boys and girls. Welcome back for another week. We're going to continue with the adventures of Sophie Mouse, a new friend. Today we're going to focus on chapters 7 and 8. Where we left off last time, Sophie wanted to become friends with Owen the snake, but he hadn't come to school. So she was really wanting to play with him, and I guess we're going to find out maybe today what happened with Owen, because he stopped coming to school. So we're going to start with chapter 7, One Stuck Mouse. Sophie and Hattie could just see over the tops of the taller flowers. They made their way out into the center of the buttercup patch. Then they looked around in all directions. "Wow," said Sophie, "it's a big yellow ocean of buttercups, I think." Neither she nor Hattie had ever been to the ocean. There were plenty of lakes, ponds, and streams in Silver Lake Forest, but no oceans. They started picking the smaller flowers. Sophie grabbed a stem, pulled and stowed the flower in her basket. Grab, pick, stow, grab, pick, stow. Sophie got into a rhythm. Her basket was soon a quarter full. "Exactly how many buttercups do you think are in this patch?" Sophie asked Hattie over her shoulder, but Hattie didn't answer. "Hattie?" Sophie turned. Hattie was off in a different part of the field. Sophie went on picking. Could it be 1,000,000 buttercups, she wondered? 1,000,000,000? Grab, pick, stow. "Imagine the shade of yellow paint I could make from these. Maybe Mom will let me take home some extras. Buttercup yellow, that would be a great color to have. And not just for flower paintings. I could paint amazing sunrises and sunsets and cheese and—" Ah! Sophie was falling. Her basket of buttercups went flying as she slid down a narrow hole in the ground. Just as suddenly, she landed with an oof on the hard dirt floor. It took a moment for Sophie to clear her head, but she wasn't hurt, just very startled. She stood up and dusted off her dress. Then she looked around. There were no side tunnels, and the top of the hole was way out of reach. She tried to get a grip so she could climb up, but the dirt just crumbled in her hands. She needed help to get out. "Hattie," she called. "Hattie!" She held her breath, listening for Hattie's reply. None came. Now Sophie wished she and Hattie had stuck together. "She's too far away to hear me. How will I ever get out of here? Oh no, will I be stuck down here forever?" "Hattie!" Sophie tried again at the top of her lungs. Sophie listened and heard a rustle from above. "Hattie, I'm down here." As Sophie looked upward, a head popped into view. It was small and round and wearing a brimmed cap, and it was peering into the hole. Then a voice called down, "Sophie Mouse, is that you?" It was a little raspy, but also gentle. Now Sophie was sure. It definitely wasn't Hattie. It was Owen. Chapter 8, To the Rescue. For a minute, Sophie was so surprised she couldn't speak. Finally, she squeaked out, "Yes, it's me. I can't get out." Owen was quiet a moment. Then he said, "I have an idea. I'll lower my tail down. Grab on. I'll pull you out." "Oh," Sophie exclaimed. "Okay." Owen's head disappeared as he turned around. He lowered his tail, down, 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 until it was within Sophie's reach. For a split second, Sophie hesitated. She was afraid to be down in the hole alone, but she was afraid to grab onto Owen, too. Then Sophie remembered how brave Owen had been on the first day of school. "And here he is being brave again," thought Sophie. "It's time for me to be brave, too." Sophie grabbed on. She felt her feet lift up off the ground. Inch by inch, Sophie rose higher and higher. She held on tight, trying not to slip, until she could reach out and grab onto the lip of the hole. Then she scrambled up and out, safe at last. "You saved me," Sophie exclaimed as she got to her feet. "Thank you." "No problem," Owen said bashfully. "It's no big deal." Gazing out over the buttercup patch, Sophie spotted Hattie off in the distance. Sophie waved, and Hattie came running over. "I was so worried," Hattie cried, huffing and puffing. "I turned around and you were gone." She stopped catching sight of Owen. "Oh, hi, what are you doing here?" Before Owen could answer, Sophie burst out. "Owen just saved me. I fell into this hole and he pulled me out." Hattie looked into the hole. "Oh my goodness," she said. She gave Sophie a hug. "I'm so glad you're okay." Then she beamed at Owen. "Way to go, Owen," she cried. "Quick thinking." Owen looked down at the ground. "I don't know. Well, she needed help, so I helped," he said. Just then, a voice from behind Sophie and Hattie made them jump. Oh, here you are. Sophie and Hattie turned to see a grown-up snake towering over them. Sophie's heart skipped a beat, and Hattie reached for Sophie's hand. But then Owen said, "Oh, hi, Mom. This is Sophie Mouse and Hattie Frog." Looking again, Sophie recognized Owen's mother as the same grown-up who was waiting for him at school on the first day. "Hello, Sophie. Hello, Hattie," Mrs. Snake said kindly. "Very nice to meet you. I'm Olivia." "Olivia?" thought Sophie. "Olivia Snake? Wait a minute. It can't be. Or can it? Is she the Olivia Snake, Mom and Dad's long-lost friend?" Okay, we're going to stop there. Chapter 9, Old Friends and New Friends. Oh, I'll bet that this is the same Olivia that that Sophie's mom and dad knew. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Okay, boys and girls. Hope you like chapters 7 and 8. We're going to finish this next time. Chapters 9 and 10, that's all we have left. So hopefully you'll come and visit next week to finish up the book, and then you can take the AR quiz on it, because it is worth a whole point. So, all right, have a good week. Stay healthy, and I hope everything's well with you, and I really miss you. Bye.